that in a vaudeville song.
Me?
Life is also just a four-letter word. I said that. I just like how both of those small words are all related, all in a nutshell. It says it all.
Yeah, love, life, or one. I get it.
I knew you would. I like that I don't have to explain my thoughts to you.
Why should you ever have to?
I wish I could capture this moment and put it in a bottle. It's great to be alive and alive.
I can say it any better. It is great to be young and in love. Shit, the world is ours to do what we please.
If you could see the future, would you want to? I know I would. So I could prepare for all of the good and bad for whatever words of life has to bring.
No. I mean, why are you so concerned about love, life, and the future?
Because I'm afraid. Afraid that someday all of this could just disappear. I love you so much it frightens me. I want everything to just stay exactly as it is, right here and right now, especially us.
I've always told you that nothing stays the same. But if we have each other, we can handle anything that the world hurls at us. We have to believe the future is what we make it.
Things happen that are out of our control. They send you off to war. That's what I'm talking about. Choices that are made for us. I could never be in the military. I like my privacy too much. But see, that's another thing that I like about you. You don't demand to know my past.
If you feel the need to tell me, you will. I just believe that there's something much bigger out there. Something that you couldn't even imagine. It took us a while, but we found true love.
I think they call it faith. That's somehow that you're referring to. I had faith that life was going to bring me the love that I wanted and deserved.
Exactly. And without it, we would be lost. You know, I get that from my mother. She's always preaching from right to wrong, according to the God she serves.
Well, isn't there only one God?
Yeah. I believe that I'm a free spirit. And it's okay to believe in different types of religions, but sometimes people tend to think alike when it's organized.
I get it, I guess. So then I'll be a true free spirit. You know, watching my mom try to be someone she wasn't for her dream. I want to be free of anyone's expectations.
That's great. But first you gotta become familiar with other types of religions. That way you become a true free spirit. And then when you learn, and when we die, our spirits will learn to fly forever.
I love this thought that you just said. Will you teach me?
I probably won't confuse you, and I'm no scholar by any means.
Well, then where do I start?
Go to a church, a mosque, or a synagogue. I mean, that's not the only way, but it's a good way to get started.
Then will you go with me? I know I will need you. Last time I've been to a church was for my mother's funeral. I still feel the stillness in the air when I even think about church.
Sure, I could always learn more.
Alan,
Yes.
did you become a true free spirit before or after the war?
I wish you wouldn't ask me about that damn place.
I love you, but I want to understand you. Sometimes you're like a stranger to me, and I'm not even sure if you're aware of it. When we go somewhere and decide to split up and meet up later, I always find you sitting there with this stare at me. Sometimes I just watch, but as soon as you see me, you smile and I love you for it, but I just want to understand it.
What does that understand? I was shipped out to hell and back. It's all water under the bridge now. I just want to get on with my life.
I knew you would react this way. Just because it's something we don't talk about doesn't mean that it isn't real. Just because you're in denial doesn't mean it didn't happen. The point is, you're not getting along with our lives.
What the hell does that mean?
You're a good man. You go to work every day. You never complain. I hear the other other wives talk about how their husbands complain about everything. But still, I feel as if there's something missing between us.
I love you with all my heart. I had nothing before I met you.
I have no doubt about your love for me. But still, I need more from you. I don't know what it is, but it's as if it's a feeling. You have this stare that frightens me. It's as if you're looking straight through me. I care enough about you to do something before it's too late for either of us.
I too can feel it. I can't explain it. Shit. It just feels like I'm two different people at the same damn time. And one just wants to get on with his life. And the other just wants to drag me back down. Hell, the VA has their own problems, so they said, I went looking for help.
What? You went to the VA? When?
About 2 weeks ago.
Why didn't you tell me? I'm your wife. You never hesitate to help me through tough things, and I want to support you too.
There's no need to drag you back down that road.
Bullshit! I am your wife. You were screaming out for help and no one can hear you, especially me, because you're not talking. You have a stare that frightens me. And I want to make sure that I'm there for you.
That's the first time I heard you use a bad word.
And I'll use more of them if I must. I know it's hard for you to even think about that, Chris. I get it. But what I need to understand is what happens to a person when they're thrust into a situation that he or she isn't ready for. What I need to understand is why are you still haunted by your past? And is there a cure?
It just feels like when I'm looking in the mirror, I don't see myself. I see that other guy, he's a real asshole. And I thought I locked him away, but slowly crept back into my life. But when I met you and we fell in love, I thought I locked him away. That's why I went to the VA. I was desperate.
I don't know what we want to do or to ask. Sometimes I want to ask about your past. All I know is that you're a good guy. And I fell in love with you. I want to be a part of the solution if you'll let me. Maybe I can help.
Well, every time I try to open up, all I ever heard was, is this about the war? Did you kill anyone? Or, I don't want to hear about it at all. Two extremes, and neither one of them worked. So shit, I just shut down until I met you.
I wish I had known you before you were grown up. Maybe I'd be in a better position to understand you.
That would have never worked. Along with thinking I knew what a free spirit was, man, I was a real asshole.
That is hard to believe. A gentler man I've never known.
I just don't want you to see that other guy. I locked him away. For good. But it's still like I'm in that dark room. Trying to find myself. The mirror escapes me every time. I just don't know why. Sometimes
I feel guilty about them. I tell myself maybe I could have done more. Sometimes it bothers me, but then it goes away. Maybe you still feel guilty about your past. Maybe together we can make life better for the both.
Could be right. I ran away from everybody that has ever tried to love me. As if I no longer deserve love. It's that moment where someone showed you that love, but you pushed them away. I've heard this from for a very long time. I just don't know what to say.
Tell me why. Tell me your secrets, please. If we're gonna make it to forever, I need to know everything about you.
I was a wild kid. I pushed it to the limit. And I was in the army. After the war, I thought it over. I felt like a prisoner that served his time and thinks now what? Thank God my better self took over and said hell no, so I left the army.
Well, I'm happy that they can keep you from me. When I met you, I could tell that you was a different person. I could see that you were serious, and I like that about you.
When I was in the VA, some guy comes walking into the room, asking us who can't eat because of depression, who can't sleep because of nightmares, who just stares and say nothing. Every single one of us raised our hands. He said they were comparing us to soldiers from World War I and World War II. So far, they have a couple of labels. World War I, they call it shell shock. World War II, they call it combat fatigue. I told him, my uncle took his life back in Korea. He says to me, he didn't see any reason to add it to the equation. It was just a police action. So I stood up. And I said, tell that to my uncle. Left. I was so angry. I was confused. I was lost.
Well, where did you go after me?
I went to the gym. Sat in the sauna for about an hour. You know, I have a lot of friends there. They gave me my space. God bless them. I just hate it when I feel like that.
How long have you felt this way?
Ever since I came home, I had a real drug problem. I was out of control most of the time. I became one sorry bastard. I had no respect for nobody. I figured everybody owed me something, but they wasn't paying the hell up. So they got me shut down. Got me committed to a nut house. I told them I wasn't crazy.
How did that work out? And where was the VA?
I told them I should be taken in. Goddamn bastards kept me for 3 months. Insisted I be evaluated. You can see how somebody would become crazy, almost patience. After I left, I never looked back. But you were like it.
Enough to keep that other guy away for good. Only asked because I watched my mother try so hard to be enough for my dad. I thought their type of fights were normal. It wasn't until my 16th birthday when I found her at the bottom of her closet next to an empty bottle of gin. I celebrated my 16th birthday in the cafeteria at a hospital we rushed her to.
This doctor, with the VA, these labels. And some of the other guys around the VA describe it as extreme stress, like the weight of the world is ready to collapse on top of you. Shit. I once knew a guy. We used to drink and do drugs together. One day he disappeared. Life went on. I didn't think too much of it. Then all of a sudden he popped up out of nowhere. He had visited the Saints at a turn of my head. And he gave in to the never-ending supply of prescription-free drugs. Shit. He stopped drinking though. But his spirit, he became withdrawn. I don't want to end up.
This is more serious than I thought. How you can keep this all in is amazing to me. It's almost as if somebody made this up, but I believe you. I know we have a long way to go to be true free spirits. Don't worry. I'll never be this.
You might be right about that. I don't want to be handed a bunch of pills or told that it's for my own good. Been there, done that. I just want to get on with my life. I just want to settle down.
How could they ignore the real problem and not give you any of the help that you needed? Why didn't anyone speak up for you?
All they needed is one doctor to say that I need to be evaluated, and I could kiss my ass goodbye. And I would cease being a free spirit. Locked away in that dark room. There's no way anybody could make it through. But I did.
This is so unfair. This is no way to treat a veteran. You and all of your friends have served your country. It almost sounds like something somebody made up, but I believe you. You know, I'm a lucky woman. I wouldn't trade you for the world. Alan,
Yes.
let's go to the VA together. Show them that they have a responsibility to the both of us. They've taken so much from you and given you nothing in return. Shame. But maybe together, we can show them that they have a responsibility to the both of us. Alan, are you willing to take this giant step?
Sure. This is where we learn to fly. Love is our only course.